We are live.
Okay, we are live. We are good to go. Let me put the link into the live now.
Oh yeah, I need to do that too. Thanks for the reminder.
See, I'm always good at this. I'm good at this. I got this. Mostly.
Keep up, I'm too fast. Got my rollie on my wristband now.
Oh, and it doesn't pick up. Okay, that's great. It doesn't pick up my OBS. Doesn't pick up me running it on my OBS, so we're good. Newbie's already here. Hi, newbie.
We love the nooms. I need to pull up my chat on my phone because I don't have a second monitor yet because I'm not cool.
I don't either. I don't either.
So I use my phone to see my chat.
Newbie's already here. Ruthie's already here. You guys like the little setup I got going on? Thank Moss.
Yeah, I worked really hard on that shit. I hope you know I got weird looks at school for typing the words flaccid teeth, by the way.
Yeah, understandable. Everybody I have met has always asked me, so why flaccid teeth? Say, I'm gonna be honest, I always have an idea or like a story to tell, but this time I just gave up on it. I just gave up. But anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to our first episode of Radio Radar. We're basically going to be seeing how this works, so there's going to be a bit of fucky wucky shit going on. I am Flaccid Teeth, you guys can call, but I typically go by either Flaccid or Teeth, or if you guys know me, I also go by William or Will. I used to be in the Marine Corps. I used to work on radar systems, and now I just basically live out being retired, being medically retired. I mean, my bad. And
hydrate, you bastard, hydrate!
I listen to music a lot, so my preferred genres are typically stuff like basically anything that interests me. So it can, like I said, basically anything. Oh shit, Pride's here.
Not the oh shit, Pride's here. I am Moss. Oh shit, Pride's here. I'm Moss. Also, thank you for those redeemed starlings. I'm working on the hydrate and the stretch now. I'm Moss. I am currently a college student. I'm studying wildlife ecology and management. I hope to work in conservation. My favorite music genres are rock and alternative and metal.
And my favorite genres are typically rock, post-rock, folk rock, folk. Like I said, basically, if something catches my interest, I'm gonna be listening to it.
Bro said, let's list off all the genres.
Oh yeah, let's just lift off.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Thank you, Queen, for the subscription. You even subscribed for 2 months. Fuck.
Thank you for the collective check-in, Queen.
For our guest, we do have Queen here, so you can introduce yourself real quick, Queen.
Yeah, we do have
of
a
course.
Queenie.
I'm Queen Alpha. I am active duty Coast Guard. I am a mom of 3, and I adore music, so I'm really happy to be here and support Flaccid and Mossy in this. I genuinely don't think there's a genre I don't like. So I more so would say like I love music like Grateful Dead, Tom Petty, Simon and Garfunkel, Bob Marley, just very hippie reggae stuff.
Fuck yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. What's your favorite song by Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. It's tied between obviously Miss Robinson because that's just very outgoing, but and I'm really bad with song names, so bear with me. But there's one about going home.
The Boxer?
My gosh. No, it's Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound. It's
Homeward Bound. I have 3 for Simon Garfunkel. It's Sounds of Silence, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fucking depressing song fan.
So, I feel like this really sets in the fact of our age gap, because I have no fucking clue who Simon and Garfunkel is.
You don't?
What?
No. I have no fucking clue.
Aren't you older than me?
I'm 19!
Okay, you are younger than me, my bad.
I am 19!
I'm 23.
What the fuck? I thought you were like 35.
No, I'm 23.
Wow, Moss.
Wow.
We're gonna have to get you up on the Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh yeah, Sounds of Silence, The Boxer, Scarborough Fair, fucking literally, I love those songs so much. Simon and Garfunkel is one of those.
I knew me.
A bunch of other ones I like to listen to is Fleet Foxes, Oh Hellos. I've been on a bit of a Joji kick lately, and a little bit of a John Legend kick. Not John Lennon, John Legend. Everyone gets confused whenever I say John Lennon. They're like, "Oh man, I love John Lennon." I'm like, "Nope, not that guy.
No.
The other guy, the other John."
A current song that is not rock or any of my normal genres that has stuck in my head is Build Me Up Buttercup by the Foundations.
So you know that song, but
I
you don't know Simon
love
and
that song.
Garfunkel.
No, I don't know.
So basically,
I know a lot of older
yeah.
groups because I grew up with my mom, who's like a metalhead in like the 70s and 80s. So I know a lot of them because, like, shout out to my mom. Love her. She loves AC/DC, which isn't a metal group, but like that was her like favorite. And so like I know a lot of AC/DC. AC/DC is one of my favorite bands in like the whole world because of her. But yeah, love my mom.
Speaking of, you made me forget. I needed to message my mom because my mom really wanted to see this. I think my mom would really enjoy watching us, because she also loves music. I basically got my music taste. I got most of my music tastes, which is typically rock and rap.
Oh,
and
apparently
country.
Cerberus cannot stop staring at your teeth.
Cerberus
Teeth.
can't stop staring at my teeth. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just stare at him. Stare at him. Just give him a
He-
good
The
hard
teeth are
look.
very distracting.
The teeth are distracting. I mean, I don't have any. I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Chiefs.
I got a lot of my music tastes from my mom and dad as well. My dad is heavily into like old rock, so like, well, I would say old rock, so stuff like Foo Fighters, Rush, Black Sabbath.
I love the Foo Fighters and Black Sabbath.
I fucking love Foo Fighters. There
There
goes
goes
my
my
hero.
hero. Yep.
Watch him as he goes.
Yeah, I'm sick right now. I'm not trying for those high notes. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, I'm like
Not
a
happening.
I have such a high voice.
I
It is
apologize in
not
advance
fun.
if I cough or anything. I'm trying my best.
No,
But,
you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, like I said, I got most of my tastes from my mom and my dad. My dad loves old rap, so like Outkast, stuff like that. Like not like
Whoa, old?
current mumble rap.
Old? Hold on.
Okay, look, like
Hold on.
Not the old.
not old mumble rap. Not old rap. Like
I'm
Outkast,
offended.
Hey Ya. Outkast, Hey Ya. He loves old Eminem, stuff like that.
I'm
You
still
know?
offended with the old, you guys.
Okay, look, that's because rap is still a relatively new genre. It's still kind of new, I think. When did
So-
rap start?
Then I have a question. When I
Yeah.
say like one of my favorite genres, and I like everything, you know, I literally country, fucking pop, punk, whatever, hip hop, gosh, you name it. I fucking love it. But if I say early 2000s pop, oh my god, punk pop, is that old to you?
No. I was
No,
born in the early
I'm just saying,
2000s.
I was born in 2001. So
I
give
was
me a
born in
minute here.
You guys
2005.
are over here, Outcast, Eminem, like, yo.
I love
Rap and
Eminem.
hip-hop. Well, when I say old rap and stuff like that, you got to keep in mind. All right, I just looked it up. Rap and hip hop really started in the early 1970s to mid 80s. The 70s to mid 80s.
See, and that could be old. That's oldies.
So
Like I said, it's still a relatively young genre.
What the fuck? Sorry, I just realized something was off. So
What's
I come here. I really, really, really love all sorts of musics. Like I'm a big fan of all types of music. And so But there is just one genre that some of the, like, I cannot vibe with. Women country singers, I love. The men, they're on a thin line.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Look, men country music is pretty good. Tennessee whiskey
Some of
and
them is good. I just don't like how much country music, especially ones by men, sexualize women and sometimes have really, really creepy vibes. Not a fan.
well, all right. To combat this, a lot of women's country is about killing your husband and a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah, and I
So-
respect that. Into the side of his brilliant. And I also love Dolly.
Oh my god, yes, Dolly. Yeah,
Dolly
she's
is
a-
so amazing.
My girlfriend actually showed me Lao Fei a couple weeks ago, and I have been hooked on Lao Fei like hard. You guys ever heard of her? She's
no.
so fucking good. It's so good. So one of the things that I typically do with music whenever it has lyrics in it is
I thought the
for
name was
some
Luffy.
reason Lao Fei,
Maybe I'm just dumb as fuck.
Laufey. We were gonna go into the Dead by Daylight soundtrack, but if I start talking about other music that I listen to, we're gonna derail this.
Yeah, I've heard her.
So-
I've heard her music. I've just never heard how to pronounce her name.
Lao Fei.
Laufey.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's a I know she's half Chinese, I think. Yes, you did hear Lao Fei, Ruthie.
Is bluegrass classified as country? I thought it was soul music.
Bluegrass is a bit weird. It's both country and soul. It's a amalgamation of the two. There's a lot of
Bluegrass is chill as
amalgamations of
fuck,
different
but-
genres. There's a lot of amalgamations of different genres. Like there's the subgenres. It's half Filipina. Okay, that makes more sense.
Wow. Get your facts right, Keith.
Okay, look, I don't know everything. I'm not gonna
Wow.
pretend I know everything. I know a lot
Wow.
about music. I don't know everything about music.
See,
No,
I know a lot
Um,
about music. I know a lot of songs. Do I know a lot of artists? Do I remember the songs' artists' names? No.
That's how I could tell you every lyric to every song. But-
do you also hyperfixate on music every now and then, Queen?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Music is like the one way for like, someone like me with anxiety and to just fucking chill. It's the one place I'm not in my head and,
So, in high school, my 9th grade year, there was a month where I would literally just play Tomorrow Me by Hot Shell Ray, like back to back to back for some ungodly reason. It's a good ass song.
It is. I bet.
Right
I don't think I've
now,
ever heard of it.
I think the song I'm most hyperfixated on would really, 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 probably either be Alibi or, I also am really liking Joyride by Kesha or Work by ATEEZ.
so everything.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Well, those are like the 3 major
Nasty.
players right now. I listen to a
My
lot of
3
music.
major players are, like I said, Joji. I've um, been listening to. My mom wanted to sing this song called Hallelujah. It's not the Hallelujah like from Shrek. It's a different one
Believe, I believe, I
by
believe, I believe.
Christina Aguilera, I think, and no, wait, no, not Christina Aguilera. Who is it by? Hold on.
Prize is Pink Guy by Reborn.
Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood and John Legend.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the lyrics.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. She's Icelandic and Chinese. Okay, thanks, Ruthie. But like I said, I've hyperfixated on Glimpse of Us by Joji, Hallelujah by Carrie Underwood and John Legend.
No, Pink Guy is
And-
Joji. I'm so confused. Pride. I
Yes,
love you to
Pink
death.
Guy is Joji used to be Filthy Frank and Pink Guy by extension, but he started to really hate doing his comedy stuff, so he because I think he has stress-induced seizures. I think he has an issue where he has stress-induced seizures or something like that. And he started, and he's always been into music, and he just wanted to basically break away from Filthy Frank and just start doing Joji stuff. So that started like, then he went on a 2-year hiatus and then made Glimpse of Us and just basically came back with a fucking bang.
Pride says he has epilepsy.
Epilepsy.
Non-photosensitive.
My
Shout out to
bad.
Pride, actually knowing shit. Let's go.
This is why we need him on here. He's smart. He knows this. He knows this shit. This is why we needed him. He knows his shit. But like I said, so we should probably get back on topic. So basically, our whole idea is we're gonna basically be reacting to music, listening to stuff from like game soundtracks, or like we're gonna be doing now today, or basically looking at more misunderstood lyrics and songs. Like a very popular one is "Hey Ya" by Outkast, or what's another misunderstood song? "White Wedding," also, and "Love Song" by, what was her name? I'm gonna write you a love song.
I'm not gonna write you
Do
a love song.
just 'cause you
That one.
asked for it, just 'cause you need one. You see, that song ate in my like high school era because I was like,
Same. Who's
Okay.
that? Is that the? Oh my God, who sings that?
sings
I'm
that.
not gonna
Oh my
write
God.
you a love song, 'cause you ask for it. Now it's
To
gonna be stuck in
Google.
my head. Thanks a lot.
To the Google.
I'm
Who
looking it up right now.
wrote?
Sarah Bareilles.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
apparently he can type a lot faster than I can.
No, I literally just pulled it up on my phone.
Oh, well,
I literally just went
cheater!
up. I literally just typed in passive aggressive love song, and that's what pulled up.
Passive aggressive love song. Love that for
Be-
you.
Because the reason why I typed that was because the reason why she wrote it was because they wanted her label wanted a radio friendly song, and she didn't want to write a radio friendly song. But it's the music business, so you have to write a. So when they tell you to do something, you kind of got to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did. So she did it, but she made it as passive aggressive as she possibly could. Like,
Love
I'm
that for
not gonna
her.
write you a love song because you asked for it, because you need one. But anyways, so today our plan is to get into the Dead by Daylight soundtrack because that's basically where we pretty much all met. I mean, we met on Chronic's server, but Chronic played Dead by Daylight. That's how I met him. So I'm sure that's how I'm sure you both met him, right?
I met him through Pride, who I met
Okay,
through Han.
all right, I guess. Hi, Lou.
But the first time we like actually like sat down and hung out was on Dead by Daylight, though. So
What about you, Queen?
Actually, I met him through like other mutual discords, kind of.
Okay, I guess I'm the only one that met him through Dead by Daylight, so I guess I can go fuck myself then.
yeah,
But
sorry, teeth.
but
Love ya.
So our plan is to go into the soundtrack about Dead by Daylight. So that includes so we're gonna start with the original theme is the plan, and then go through some of chase music. Do you guys have a favorite? Do you guys have a favorite chase music
Okay.
in
Can I
Dead
be
by
honest
Daylight?
with you guys?
Yeah.
I have the music completely turned down on Dead by Daylight most of the time because I have an audio processing disorder. So my brain will focus on the music rather than the game sounds. So I have it really, really low.
Oh, I have it pretty much at max.
I have it medium, but I also tune things out. So when I'm chasing, I don't listen to the music. The fact that you said chase music, I'll be honest with you, I had no idea there was even chase music in the game because I'm so focused
There's so how the
running.
chase music works, as I have learned, is there are 4 separate layers of the chase music. They're pretty short. The layers are at least, except for layer 4, which is the proper chase. It goes from layer 1, which is about 32 meters away. So basically, when your terror radius starts, layer 2, which is when it's about 16 meters. Layer 3 is 8 meters. Layer 4 is you're being chased, run away.
On your ass.
Yes, the Legion is on your ass, run away. But it's interesting because as I was looking through it, you could hear the guy who made the soundtrack. It was Michel. M-I-C-H-E-L. I'm gonna call him Michael. Michael F. April. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it right if it's something different. Legion's chase music is okay. Thanks, Milk.
I really like, there's one Legion skin that has like this kind of like techno chase music that I can actually somewhat hear, and I think it's cool as fuck, and I've commented on it before in my streams because certain skins have specific chase music. I do know that.
Yes, certain skins do have particular chase music. We're gonna be looking at the regular chase music, pretty much.
Hello, Ace
So I have pulled up. Well, I mean, I have the theme. I have the original theme pulled up, but we have the 6 original chase songs. The 6 originals. We have Mike Myers. Basically, all of the killers pulled up. I do. I have them,
Thank you,
including
H
the
Strikes.
reworked Hillbilly, and Hag and Nurse. Their reworked soundtracks, which I really dig the Hillbilly soundtrack. I didn't think I would, but it's fucking groovy. I also have found it was in the playlist that I was looking. It was in one of the playlists I was looking through. An unused version of Myers' track. I think the only thing that's different is layer 4. So the actual proper chase theme.
Can I go ahead and give a quick recap for the people who just came in on what we're doing?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so this is Radio Radar. Essentially, this is a music react segment with me and Teefs, and Queenie is our guest. Thank you for
Say hi,
liking the
Queen.
screen, H Strikes. I made it myself. I'm very proud of it. I also made Teefs overlay, so if you guys want to pop over there and have him pulled up too as well, please do. Have us both tabbed, that would be amazing. I worked really hard on that. I got very judgy looks in the middle of school for making things that had flaccid teeth on the top of it. But yes, this is a music segment, and today we're specifically doing the DVD soundtrack.
Yes, we are specifically doing the DVD soundtrack because that's what, like I said, that's pretty much how a lot of people met. Well, I guess not. I guess I'm the only one on this. I guess I'm the only one here. But most people have met Chronic or jumped into the Chronic server through Dead by Daylight. That's how a lot of people jumped in. I'm pretty sure. I know that I'm going to say that, and then a lot of people, then it's going to turn out, oh no, I met Chronic through this. I met Chronic through this. I'm going to be like, all right, fine.
Get it together, Teefs. Yes, this was supposed to look like a talk show. I worked really hard to make it look like a talk show.
Yeah,
and I even I didn't have access to a neon font, so I used multiple layers of font to make it look like a neon sign.
But basically, our whole thing is we're going to be looking at music videos, stuff like that. Basically, like I said, music videos, soundtracks, basically anything that will involve music. This whole thing for me is meant to be a celebration of music, not just to talk about music that we enjoy, but also find new songs and all that stuff. So if you guys actually do have a recommendation further down the line, you can recommend it to me, and I will take a look at it and we'll listen to it. Now, I don't want to pretend we'll look at only good music. We might look at songs that we don't like, which I think will be fun.
And I will be mean about it. I'll be like, this song is shit. Much love.
We'll look at WAP at some point.
WAP isn't too bad of a song. I mean, it's a bit too
WAP is
vulgar, for my
absolute
opinion.
dog shit.
Are you guys talking about that like wet ass blanket
Wet ass
song?
pussy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind
I
of
mean,
enjoy
it's not
it.
too terrible. The beat is actually good and the lyrics are catchy. Is it a song that I listen to? No. I think it's a
Yeah,
different
it is
person's
not.
taste.
It is made for people who wash paper plates.
Okay,
Watch
let's calm it
people
down there,
start-
sir.
I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna pretend that I think it's good. I think it's absolutely fucking dog shit. Is it? Well, hold on. I tried to make myself come off as someone who, while I don't like certain things, I can see that it's good. I can see why people do. With wet ass pussy, I can't.
Okay, I don't know if we're allowed to
legitimately can't.
say pussy on Twitch, so
Uh,
you need to calm
that
down
is
with them.
Well,
with
you guys
WAP,
both
I
just said
can't
it,
see why.
so
With WAP,
Dan.
I cannot tell why people would like it. Also, my blurps aren't playing. That's because I don't have it in the scenes. Fuck. That's because I don't have it on the scene.
Dave! I told you to bring
forgot,
over all your
okay?
stuff! Dave!
I forgot! I
Dave!
can't change it now!
Yes, you can!
Yeah, but then I have to switch scenes, and then all of this is gonna fall apart?
Do you not have all your labels saved?
No. I'll fix it. We'll fix it next stream. It will be fixed by next stream, okay? It will be fixed. I promise. It will be fixed.
I
Look,
gave
that's
you like
why
2 jobs.
that's why this is the pilot. Okay?
2 jobs. I gave you, I was like,
I mean, I
Teeth,
can
you need to
copy it
pull over the
now.
rest of your stuff. I help you set everything
I
up.
forgot. Okay? Once we
Listen,
stopped working on this, I was very tired. I needed to go to sleep. Everything. I had a lot to do, okay?
ooh, Pride,
I
that
had a
music
lot
sounds
to
very
do.
interesting. Sorry. I was talking to him.
What song?
He says that there's a new cynical artist doing some work in the industry recently called Jesse Wells. He does bluegrass music that's like fuck the government, and I'm all for fuck the government music.
Oh, Jesse Wells.
Why do you think I love Green Day?
Richmond Down in Richmond,
Dude, I'm just admiring your overlay. I did so good.
right?
I'm so good at this.
You did such a great job. You did such a great job. I, however, did not.
No.
I forgot so much shit.
No.
um,
We were yeah, this is kind of like a podcast, hon. We were a few minutes late because Tiefers forgot to check that his audio would work until like 2 minutes before stream started.
Yeah. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. We were a few minutes late because I messed up. It's all
It's
my fault.
okay. We love you either way.
But keep in mind, this is my idea. This was my idea.
I named it. I did all the art.
You named it. You did all the hard work. It was kind of for
Yep.
me. It was kind of one of those ideas that I was like, nah, it's too stupid. It won't work.
And Moss was like, I'm gonna run with this. Like nobody's business.
Yeah. So I came up with the idea. Moss made it work. So none of this would be happening without Moss.
Yeah,
To
I'm
be
cool as
100%
fuck.
honest, none of this would be happening without Moss. So thank Moss for everything. Give her as many bits as you can, and
Okay,
subscribers and all that stuff.
let's just calm it down. I don't need people spending their
Give
money on me.
her 10,000
That
bits right now. Give her 10,000 bits right
isn't that
now.
like $100?
I think that's like $200.
That is not how math works. Okay, so that would be not $200. I think that would be like $100.
Is it? Would it be $100?
I'm pretty
Let's
sure,
see.
because like 1 bit is 1 cent. There are 100 cents in a dollar. Right. Thank you for the
So
subscription.
it wouldn't be $100.
How much would it be? $10 probably.
10,000 bits? I think that's $1,000.
Oh my god, we're so bad at math.
5,000 bits would be $50. 10,000 bits is $100. My bad.
Also, I was right.
Shut up. Hush. Hush.
I'm
you.
so good at math.
Hush you.
Poor Queenie's just listening to us bickering and just sitting there like, this is what I signed up for.
That's why we started this.
I'm
That's why we started
I'm
this.
good. I'm good. I'm enjoying it. You guys bicker away.
That's why we started this, okay? That's why we started doing this.
See, I was right. Pride confirmed that Moss is right. Shout out to Pride.
Okay, look, Pride, you're supposed to be agreeing with me. Alright?
No.
You're supposed to be agreeing with me.
No, I win. You
You're
lose.
supposed to agree with me.
I win,
You're
you
supposed
lose.
to agree with me. Okay? You're supposed to agree with me, Pride. I'm looking for something real quick. I'm gonna look for your... Okay, I'm looking for your... Good morning, Flaccid. Yeah, sure, thanks. It's afternoon. It's been 30 minutes into the afternoon, Pride. Pride's always... I literally got up in the morning, like literally a couple hours ago. I managed to get up a couple hours ago. And
Oh, thank you for the biddy, Starling.
I said
It's not
good morning to
necessary, but thank
Pride.
you.
I said good morning to Pride, and this motherfucker basically just said, "Oh, good afternoon, Flaccid." Like he knows what he's doing. You know what you're doing, Pride. I'm gonna come off as crazy, and I don't care. I know what you're doing, Pride.
I love Pride. He's a silly little guy.
Pride is a silly little guy. I'm gonna punch him in the mouth at some point, but he's a silly little guy.
No,
It'll be out
be
of love.
nice.
It'll be out of love.
Bad teeth.
He's gonna
Thank
catch
you for
these
the
hands.
alert.
I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna fucking grab him.
I feel like at this point
Just-
it's turned from like a from a music thing to a talk show. But that's honestly fine. I think like podcasts, like there's a bunch of commentary in between like the actual talk shit.
Yeah, no, like I said, this is planned to pretty much be a podcast, talk about stuff that we enjoy and all that stuff. It's meant to just be, like I said, just for fun.
I would like to say that I am the
Also, you
best
got
namer
bits.
of things, by the way. I didn't even know you worked on radios, and I was like, this is a
Yeah,
name.
no, I didn't work on radios. I worked on radar
Oh, close enough.
equipment I worked on radar equipment for F-18 and F-35 jets.
Fancy.
Yeah. It was fun.
My biology
Stressful, but
teacher
fun.
drove those jets.
Really?
Yeah, he's a retired Air Force person, and he taught at the Air Force Academy.
It's
But-
fucking wild.
Yeah,
Anyways,
he's cool as
song.
fuck.
Music. We need to get on that.
He's currently trying to find my Twitch account.
Oh god. Oh
'Cause-
god.
I don't even like. I don't talk about me streaming, but I talk about me gaming. And he's like, "Do you stream?" And I was like, "How do I respond to this?"
No.
And I went, "No." And he was like, "You took too long. You do." I was like,
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be listening to, I should clarify. The first thing we're going to be listening to, because I know that, Queen, how long do you have? You have like, what?
About 30 more minutes.
30 more minutes, so we may as well get into this now.
"Oh yeah, we're problem people. We have
Yeah, we're-
spent-
Yay, lunch breaks.
we love a good lunch break."
Okay, so we're gonna start with the original themes, like when the game basically first came out before they started going with different themes to match the seasons that they were going with, or chapters, I guess it's called.
Keep up on your fingers into
You guys ready?
Yep.
Need to make sure it gets heard too.
Queenie, are you watching his share screen?
Yes, I am.
I'm about to say if you aren't, I'll be upset.
You need to turn it up a bit, Fliacid. With the little...
Yo, pick up the phone. What's up?
I just gotta follow.
I love how I can hear that. Yo, pick up the phone. What's...
What?
This one's the one that plays in the menu. It's kind of fire.
It is fire. It
It's a great menu music. But like if
and
I wouldn't listen to it on my own, Militia.
yeah, it's one of those things like it gets you into the theme. It does a lot with it works in tandem with the heart rhythm, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. With each strum, it's with 1 and 3s. It's with 1 and 3s, but then it has the offbeat. Then it has the offbeat towards the end, or it's the third strum. I think it's the third strum.
I love how you're doing technical shit and I'm like vibe shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like the vibe person. I'm over here like da
Da,
da
da,
da.
da. It's
Yeah,
just
no, I'm gonna be.
my favorite
I
thing
get-
was hearing the what's up in the middle of it too because you're
Yeah, no, you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear
what's
that.
up?
You're gonna hear that consistently. It's the third one.
We're gonna have to fix your followers thing on your stream elements because it's a little too low than the rest of them.
Did it go a bit too far?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
just
thanks
like-
Han Yellow for the follow.
Shout out to Han.
And then it merges into the killer theme when you're playing like the regular, when you're playing with one of the regular killers like Trapper or Wraith. If you guys noticed, it would go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it would go into one of the original themes. Like I said, I think it's which ones have the regular theme? I think that's
Does the nurse have it? I think maybe the
I
nurse
think
does.
so. I know the
I think
pig
also
does.
maybe the Huntress as well. I don't think the Huntress has
So
her
like
own
any of
theme
the
until
original
Sears.
ones, then maybe.
Yeah, it's like the original ones who like the first ones that came out. And
Yeah.
No,
then
Trapper, Wraith. I think Hillbilly does too, unless his theme got reworked. I haven't checked recently. I used to play a shit ton of Hillbilly, but I stopped once.
I think Trickster's theme is a little bit different. I know a lot of the ones that are not like are original characters to the game, that are not from another game or another series, that are not collabs,
But are recent.
are generalized.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the newer ones that are original characters to the game do have a slightly different one. Like it's similar vibes, just not the same.
It's the same rhythm. It's the same rhythm. Like the one thing I noticed when I'm playing it, like with Legion, or any of the other original characters, one of the things that always stays constant is the bum bum
Bum
bum.
bum. Yeah,
Yeah,
they try to keep that in there.
that always stays constant.
One day we're gonna have to react to the different skin chase music because I really like that one Legion one. I can't remember what skin it is. I think it's like a specifically maybe a Julie.
It might be one of the band ones, like whenever they have band collabs, like with Slipknot or
No, it's like she's in like a very bright outfit.
We'll have to look at that later.
It's
Yeah.
whitely colored. I do like how as it goes on, it gets heavier in tone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It gets much more, and I liked the blend it did from the regular acoustic guitar that you would see on like with the original Survivors and the title theme. But once you go into Killers, you get a much more heavier guitar. Like you get an electric guitar to like match, hey, you're the killer this time. You're gonna fuck some shit up, or you're gonna get bullied to shit and you're gonna get angry, which will also match which will also match the theme. I think it's fun. I like the theme, personally.
So, music for me, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, is like, Flash is over here talking technical and you're talking about vibes, Mossy, but it triggers memories in my head. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, for this, like, I can just feel myself about ready to hop on Dead by Daylight with the team and, like, have a good time, And so I guess it's more of a vibes thing for me, too. Like, I don't think of the technical side of all of these songs.
So,
yeah,
fun facts with Moss. I have a maladaptive daydreaming disorder, so music for me tends to take me into other worlds. So based off of the music, I will make a story in my head, and that story will stay there and be continuous every time I listen to it.
yeah, same.
So
I also see colors when I close my eyes when I'm listening to music.
that's synesthesia,
I think it might be
what it's called. But thank you for the lyric, Dark Heretic. But yeah, so music for me has a storyline, even if there isn't really one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So for this one, I'm like, when it's the non-heavy part, I'm like a survivor creeping around, and then when it's the heavy part, I'm like the person chasing and trying to murder you, like that type shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. It like I said, music can be very, in my opinion, music's a. I keep trying to rephrase myself, so I'm gonna talk and then change up words, or I'll repeat the same words over and over again, just so you guys know. Um, Music tends to be a universal language. I always say
Yes.
that.
Yes.
It is a very highly universal language. It doesn't matter what you speak or what you hear or how you see other people. One of the things that is always constant is music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone can just like chill out with each other whenever there's music.
Music is very inspiring as well. Like, I know a lot of creative processes involve music. Most people, while they paint, have music. Most people, while they write, have music. When I crochet, I have music on. Music is just a big part of my life. And it is for most people. And
When
as
people tell me it's not, or that they don't like music, I get red flag.
yeah,
It's complete
as
bullshit.
a
It doesn't matter.
neurodivergent person, music is seen very differently to me because I stim to music. Music gives me stimulation. Music can either overwhelm me or very easily or calm me down quite quickly because I have sensory issues. So music is a really big part of my life.
When my boyfriend, when he's not doing well mentally, that song Hallelujah from Shrek is like the one song that
Not
he
the
will listen to
Shrek.
over and over.
Shrek-a-luya?
But the version from oh my gosh,
Shrek?
she sings not the Shrek version. Oh my gosh. You
What
guys,
style is it? If it's
acapella type?
pentatonics.
Yes. Yeah. That version just calms him. Like he's not neurodivergent too. So for him, like I don't know, it just does something to him,
It just gets him. It just helps him. Help
Yeah.
him calm down. I
So
could see
if
that.
he's like not in a place where he can do it that himself, Like I'll go and I'll turn the song on and
See, my
And
funny thing
then
is
sit
musics
there and listen
with
to
that
it.
are more quote unquote energetic music tend to calm me down more because it gives me my brain something more to focus on. But more calm music, like slower music, make me more energetic because there's less to focus on. It's really fun
and
Mhm.
that's
actually. Cause like people will be like, okay, you need something to calm down, and I'll just be putting on like heavy metal music, and they're like, that calms you down. I'm like, yes.
From my
it
mom, it gets her
calms me
really
too.
angry. My mom hates rock. Like she does not like metal or rock typically because it
Yeah,
just gets her upset.
music has a very big influence on emotions and people. And I think
Yeah.
this music in Dead by Daylight, specifically this one, gives an eerie vibe. So people are like a little more cautious, a little more paying attention. Obviously, they know it's just fake, but it does give off the eerie vibes.
If you want to get someone immersed, you put a soundtrack in that matches either what your character is feeling or what is going to be happening throughout the game. Like one of the things I mostly look to is Max Payne 3. That game has something called a genre called noise, which is basically noise rock made by Health. Which Health is for one, a very good band. They work with stuff that's very weird. Like if I remember correctly, I think they have like their own sound system where they work on what's the word? Um they use the feedback from the guitar's speakers over anything. So while you'll hear like different sounds, okay, maybe I'm trying not to get into it because once I get into it, I'm gonna have to listen to it to give like a proper idea. But if you want to get your player immersed into a story, a soundtrack is the best way to do it. You know, a certain feel, oh shit, give me 2 seconds. My mom wants to jump in, and she's gonna watch.
Love that for her.
I
My
don't think
mom
she's
found
ever
out I
seen
went
my
to
handle, so she's gonna jump in and see and flaccid
flaccid
teeth.
teeth.
What the fuck is that? I'm gonna be like, I don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask, mom. It's not gonna work.
Um, and it's plastered everywhere on your screen, man. There is
Oh
no
yeah, it's
escaping
plastered
that.
everywhere.
That's on you, darling. Mm.
My mom's gonna look at it like, well, what's flaccid teeth? I'm gonna be like, that don't
Don't
ask,
ask.
mom.
My mom found out I'm a streamer by finding my TikTok account. I had to explain what streaming was, and she was
Mhm.
like, "Huh,
Yeah,
My
my
interesting."
mom
parents
is
are those kinds that
super
come in
happy
and
for
they
me all the
support
time.
in all my streams.
She'll have to make an account, so we might see her pop in, and then my mom will be like, "You can't say that on stream." I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna say it
You
anyways."
should make her name be Teeth's mom.
Mama teeth.
Mama Teeth. I would like to
Ooh.
be cool one day and have my mom show up to my streams, but I also know she would nag me because I cuss a lot in my streams.
Oh yeah, no, my mom knows that I cuss a lot. Like my mom knows. My mom is well aware because I don't have a filter at all. I mean, I have enough of a filter to not say completely offhanded shit, but not enough of a filter to not curse.
Oh, see, I don't care who's watching. It could be my parents, anyone, my coworkers, my boss, the president of the United States. I'm me, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna. You either like me or you don't.
You either like me or you don't. It's not either war.
Yep.
Okay, so we need to. So let's continue, shall we? Before we go into another tirade again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Anyways, what was
man.
the point I was getting at? Oh yeah, the point I was getting at was if you want to get somebody immersed in your game, the best way to do that, in my opinion, is either the story, you hook them in with the story, or you fucking pull them in with the soundtrack, with the initial soundtrack. The thing
I
about the
have a
Dead by Daylight theme that's so good, in my opinion, is that it does just that. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
I have
It
the
gets you in.
perfect example of this.
I'm getting followed. Who followed me? I've had flaccid teeth for things for years. Hi, Mom.
Not the hi mom. Miracle Boy mom times 3. Love that.
Yep, Miracle
So
last name, so it tracks.
Oh
have the
yeah, I
perfect-
remember we had a whole guessing thing on what your last name was, and
You guys
I
had a
finally
whole
got
guessing
it.
game. You guys had a whole guessing game on what my last name was.
Hello, Teeth's
Because
mother.
nobody
Hello.
ever believes that my last name is Miracle. No matter how many times I say it.
Oh, she called me kiddo.
Oh, she's lovely.
Can I steal your
she's
mother?
amazing. What?
Can I steal your mother?
No.
Oh,
It's my mom.
oh. No sharing?
No sharing.
Oh,
No sharing. Mom's mine.
oh.
She's already split between two other boys. So,
Yeah, but I'm a girl.
fair enough. So anyways, we're gonna continue. Mom, we are listening to we're listening to a theme of a game called Dead by Daylight, and we are currently 2 minutes into it. We're about halfway through. We've been on a tirade for the past like 2
Yeah.
minutes. We've been on the past tirade for the past like 5 minutes.
I want to say something that you guys brought up, and it does have to do with the Dead by Daylight theme song, Flaccid, that you said, is that you know you either have to have like a good gameplay or like memorable music. And I know you guys are a little younger than me, but growing up, the Zelda Ocarina of Time, still to this day, my mom will hear it, and it just it brings her very good memories.
For me,
You
I
know,
guess an old game that would bring me in almost instantly. It would be either Silent Hill 2, the original Silent Hill 2 soundtrack, and the title theme to Final Fantasy 7. Always just gets me. My mom said, "Lol, I wouldn't know what to do
Yeah,
with
I know.
girls."
I feel like your mom is like my mom, but with boys, because she had 3 girls. So she doesn't really know what to do with boys.
So when
she's
boys
like,
come into the picture, she's like,
what do I do with that? Shout out to my mom.
Anyways, let's get into it. Let's get back into this before we do stuff.
There's a person.
One thing that I'm realizing now, who just jumped into the stream, by the way?
They
They
left.
just left again.
oh,
I think they accidentally clicked the wrong thing.
They might have.
Yeah, I've done that before. I accidentally popped into True's streaming chat once. I was like, I'm so sorry.
And then ran away.
I was doing channel checks and I was like, oh, this is lighted up. Let's click it. And she was like, what the?
What are you doing in here? Get out
I
of
ended
my
up.
room!
Yeah, I ended up playing with her anyway. I was just like, ah.
One thing I'm realizing as I listen to it now is it's keeping in time with itself. It's keeping itself in time. It's working to like you hear the dun 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 dun. It's keeping it, like I said, I'm getting really technical here because I nerd out over music very, very quickly. That's why I did this. Like I said, where was I? It keeps itself in time. That's what typically you do. That's what drums are for. Drums are usually meant to keep a rhythm going. Once you figure out the rhythm of the drums that you're wanting to go with, it comes down to the drummer to basically keep everybody in time. So like
love
marching or
drums.
stuff like that. I love drums too.
Drums are like such a good instrument, dude.
That's such a good instrument. You wouldn't think they'd be that good, but when you have a good drummer on there,
Oh yeah, it's
they're
fucking
so good.
whack.
It's fucking insane.
We had
Um,
I have major respect for drummers and a lot of people in low brass too, because they may not be like the melody, but they keep that shit together. And I
they
know
are
I'm kind of
just as
biased.
important.
I'm
They are
kind of
just as
biased because I
important as
was a
melody and
trombone
harmony.
player, but Jesus Christ, without them, like I've listened to like because in high school I was in band, I listened to trumpet practices. And so without the background, the melody just sounds so fucking weird.
Yeah. Like when
So,
it's like when it's in parts, when you're like doing like different parts, have a different parts practice, it's so weird to hear. But then when everyone is all together and doing everything, then it just makes sense again.
mhm.
But when it's like separate parts, like for choir, when it's just like tenors or altos or sopranos, it's so weird. But the bass keeps everything in. It's like the low part. They basically keep everybody on like a set thing, in my opinion. My mom's also in choir, so she might just be like, "You're wrong, Will." I'll be like, "Yep, fair enough. Okay."
Your mom says, I have opinions and they are correct. Goodbye.
I have opinions. They're correct. I'm the mother. Goodbye. Anyways, we gotta get back into this.
Not the high flaccid mom, Queenie. You know what? I'm gonna say hi to her too now.
Oh God, please.
Oh, your mother says it's all about the altos.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's an alto, but sometimes I think she likes to go. Her thing is about going lower, I think, than what she can. My thing is about going as high as I can. So we're both completely different. We're both completely different in that regard. Um, I think okay, I'm figuring it out. The main theme, the title theme is piano. The survivor theme is guitar, acoustic. And the killer theme is electric guitar. Am I right? Pretty
I
sure.
think so.
It's been a
You know,
That
funny
long
is
or
I've
time.
never really
bass.
noticed that.
It's been a long time since I've heard it. In game, so I can't really tell. So I love low notes. I love low notes on a piano. Personally.
Same.
I feel
'Cause
like we're
it's
not even
just
gonna
like
get through like one song this
we're
whole
gonna get
time.
through it. We're gonna get through it.
This
I
whole
promise.
time. This whole time.
There's the strings.
This part was the part I always vibed the fuck with. I was like,
I always
Yuh.
vibed. I vibed with this part.
like I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
that's
like that
fading
has a
out.
little bit of bass in it. I think.
It does. I can hear it.
I think. I'm really bad at like discerning different like instruments. Like some of them I can, but like with the string instruments, I have a really hard time discerning them.
Okay, I was gonna do. So you have to go soon, don't you, Queenie?
I do, yes.
Do you have a particular chase theme that you want to listen to?
So it's funny because I don't think I like realize there's different chase music. So throw some at me, and hopefully it will
Um,
trigger that
we can
memory.
do Ghostface. We can do
Yes,
Mike
Ghostface
Myers.
all day.
Ghostface.
Michael Myers too.
All right. Well, which one do you want to do? You gotta make a choice here.
Michael Myers. I like Ghostface better, but I love Michael Myers music.
Okay. Do you want to do the unused one or the one that you usually hear?
Unused one.
You want to hear the unused one? The
Yeah.
unused one was interesting. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? I gotta find it. There it is. So like I said, there comes in 4 layers. So you get the layer 1, which is just the piano and the bass drum. And the strings.
I wonder how much they get paid to make this shit.
Oh, they could probably get paid a shit ton.
Oh yeah, probably. And I'm not saying like this shit is bad. I want to know. I'm a curious little bitch. Curious George. This is the part I always do hear out of the music because I have it turned very low. But
Well, that's
this one,
because
for
with
some reason, it's loud.
layer 1, you're typically gonna hear it. With layer 1, you're gonna hear it. Like, that's how you know. Layer 2, that's when you're kind of like, I should probably go. Layer 3, I think it's the one you barely ever hear.
Thank you for those emotes, Noomy.
What was that?
I was talking to Nooms.
That instrument has me confused because I don't know what instrument that is. I can't tell if it's a much more technical sound or a actual instrument.
It could be a technical sound or like, what are those little symbols, possibly? Not symbols.
It might
what
be
are
symbols.
the bong 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 ones? The one where you go bing bong bong bong. Not xylophone. Bing bong bong bong. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Bing, bonk, bonk, bonk. I don't know.
Quote of
I
the
don't
day,
know.
bing bong bong bong.
Pleen, pleen, plon.
And now I want to hear the used one because I want to hear the difference. Oh wait.
There it is.
Okay.
You see what I mean? I heard this, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is the main part of the difference. There was like slight differences in the other ones, but this is like so different than the.
It's kind of funky.
Yeah, it has like some weirdness to it. That's good, but
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know if I would like running with this music. It would make me so antsy.
That's probably the point. Because it's Michael fucking Myers. Do you want to hear the original version real quick?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and hear it so Queenie can hear the difference.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is normal.
I think it mostly stays the same through the first 3 and then changes to the.
No, I think Near is different a little bit. No, it's the same. Never mind. I was wrong. My bad. Alright,
Must
let's
be- oh,
get...
that's right.
We're already halfway through Near. The difference between the unused one and the original is that it's like 7 minutes shorter. That's the chase.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause, see, it's a lot less. Like, there's a lot less of that funk or whatever that chime was. It was
There's
like,
a lot less stuff going on, which, on the one hand, which let's go through this. Okay. So on the one hand, the unused one gets people antsy. It gets you, it's like, oh fuck, I need to not mess up. And then you're going to mess up because of the fucking music. And then you have this one, which while it doesn't really get you all that, which while yes, you'll be antsy because it's Michael fucking Myers, it works with the character because Mike Myers is kind of a no bit, like all business pretty much.
No
right?
nonsense.
No nonsense. That's the word.
Now
No
that you guys are
nonsense.
playing it, I know what chase music is now. Like,
Get out to Queenie. Let's go.
Woo!
Price is apparently different. Legions also have different music based on add-ons as well. I know they have them from skins. I didn't know the add-ons do it too.
We can look up the add-ons. We can look up we can look at the original theme and then look at the add-ons if you want, real quick.
I love the like Legion. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna see
If I have it
what
pulled
that
up.
skin name is.
Oh, there it is. I found it. I found the Legion Chase theme. So you want me to go ahead and turn it on, or do you want to just?
I think it's the angsty artist one that I'm talking about.
Might be.
Possibly. I'm pretty sure it's the angsty artist.
But anyways, we'll look at the Legion Chase theme. Or Queen, you have to go, don't you?
I do.
Thank you
But-
for
Pleasure
popping
having
on
you
in
on.
here with us.
I'll
Thank
still be
you.
on stream. I just can't talk loud.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for letting me be here.
Of course.
Oh, we had so
Thank you
much
for
fun
being
with you,
our.
Queenie. I hope you had fun too, darling.
I
Thank
absolutely
you for
did.
being our first guest.
Yeah.
Thank you. Remember this. It's a one. All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye,
course.
Queenie. Love you.
Bye. Loves you.
Bye. So, like I said, I have all of the themes pulled up already. So, which one do you want to hear next? Because Death Slinger, I actually have. I don't think I've ever heard Death Slinger. Then again,
I
I've
don't
never
think I've
really
heard
gone up
Death
against-
Slinger. Do you want to do Death Slinger first?
Let's do Death Slinger first.
I don't think I've heard him.
Okay, first thing I like. One thing I do like about the chase themes is that they go with the characters.
Yeah.
Like they match the different characters. Like Legion is much more heavy rock. It's much more high strung. Like not as high strung. It's more fucking. What's the word? It's more heart pumping.
Fast paced, kind of.
Yes.
More energetic giving thing.
Which matches the characters because oh my god, teenagers.
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
Like, I think that's why I like the Legion so fucking much, is because it's like very rock based and cool as fuck, and I'm like, I like you.
The Unknown is much more like drowned out a little bit.
Mhm.
Nurse, I have never properly heard her thing before. I've definitely never heard Lich or Dracula.
Yeah, the Dracula
That's 'cause
one I haven't really focused on enough to hear
just
it.
dropped. How long ago did it drop? Like a month ago?
I'm not sure if it's been a month yet. Possibly.
Might have.
Possibly.
I don't think I've ever heard the new Hillbilly and new Nurse or new Hag. Because I know they got their things recently got reworked.
Oh, really?
Their
I
things
didn't
recently got
know that at
reworked.
all. I did not
Yeah,
know
it
that they got
it
reworked.
wasn't super long ago.
Ooh, we should listen to those two.
Yep.
But let's listen to this one.
Yep. Ooh.
That kind of sounded like a rattlesnake. That was kind of cool.
I dig it. The scratches along the strings, the one thing that I really love is when a composer can make an instrument not sound like an instrument.
Yeah.
Like a good example would be, if you guys have heard of this, Disposal Unit from the game Darktide. That's another song I've been hyper fixated on because it is such a good fucking tune. It is kick ass. But one of the things they do at the beginning is they make something that doesn't really sound like a rhythm. It's techno gothic. It's a techno gothic genre. So it matches the Warhammer universe of 40K with the techno stuff, but then the gothic has kind of always been there. I mean, literally, their ships are literally giant cathedrals, based on how it's explained to me. I'm not big into Warhammer lore, but you know, one thing I really like is when they make an instrument not sound like an instrument. They make it sound like something that's one you've never heard of, or like, you know, you get me, Moss?
Mm-hmm.
I, like I said, it's hard for me to put stuff into words. I'm sure once we get more into this stuff, I'll get more used to it, and I'll be able to articulate everything better.
Yep.
But for right now, it's kind of just we're figuring it out.
Also, this is purely just for vibes. I feel like we're just chilling.
This is mostly just for vibes and mostly just so that I can nerd out about music because I really love nerding out about music.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I like making it sound like I'm smart, just because I just like music. I just really love music. More scratches on the strings, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. And they still tied. Yep, they still tied in the theme.
They still tied in the theme. See, I was right. I didn't think they would do it in the chase.
Is that organ?
No, that's a bass. That's a bass guitar.
Well, there's like a piano of some kind in the background too.
Let me see. That's strings. I think most of what they're doing here is a mixture of strings, along with whatever that scratching noise is. I don't know what that is.
But there's like a dun 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 thing that sounds like a piano because you can hear like the different key changes.
Like I said, I think that's the strings.
How would they do that with strings though?
You can with a bow, you can make a violin do something like sort of like scratch. Like it comes like I said, it comes off as a scratch, and it
sounds
very cool.
So cool, but it's like weird. I don't know how you would do that technically.
Like I said,
but I've also
when you can
never
make an instrument sound like an instrument you've never heard before, it's like the Jimi Hendrix Woodstock concert. The scratch is a violin. Yep, that's what my mom just said. My mom was always right.
Shout out to your mom. I have I've never heard it used that way, but I'm also not. I don't know much about strings. I was in the band. We didn't do strings. Like we had a guitar player and shit like that, but I didn't really pay attention to them.
Like in Devil Went Down to Georgia. Like in the Devil Went Down to Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, that one's really good. That's a good song. I like that one.
Oh yeah. Do you know the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
No.
There is none. It's literally just the music it's played.
Love that.
Like the violin and the fiddle are literally the same thing. It's just based on the music that's played. So you can play the Devil Went Down to Georgia on violin and make it sound the exact same, which is really funny to me.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, no, I got into that conversation with my girlfriend about it. And oh yeah, mom, I didn't tell my mom. My girlfriend plays the violin, or used to. She stopped once her eyes started getting bad and she couldn't read the music. My mom doesn't
But
know I have a girlfriend,
oh,
but surprise!
just outed yourself on fucking stream, man.
I completely forgot. I completely
Dude.
forgot my mom was here. Surprise!
Surprise! I love how she's so fucking chill about it too.
Yep, she just said surprise.
I have a surprise announcement in my stream. You have a surprise announcement in your stream.
Yup. Haha. Woo. But so we can hear. Let's rewind it back a bit.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So there are two types of scratching that's going on. That one.
It's so weird. It like scratches my brain in a weird way.
We can look it up real quick. Let's hold on. Let me make a new tab. Violin scratching.
Oh,
You guys
she's
are great.
gonna...
Gotta drop her a conference call. Keep it up. Aw, thanks, mom.
Thanks, Teeps Mom. You have a good conference call.
So we're gonna look at this real quick. Extended techniques for violin. Scratch tones.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lynn Kuo. The next extended violin technique we're looking at is the scratch tone. Different composers notate this differently. However, the basic concept is the same. There's extreme bow pressure.
Ooh, that one's not scratching brain right. That one's bad scratching brain.
Pitches. However, you can notate pitches, as in the example that there.
Bad scratchy brain.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't sound right, but when it's put with against a bunch of other stuff and kind of put towards the
I want
background,
them to put a banjo
work.
in one of these fuckers.
If they don't put a fucking... Why didn't they do it for the fucking cowboy killer?
I want a banjo. Give me the banjo.
But no, you can hear now. Can you hear the scratching now?
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense because I thought it was like a piano. I was like, but that's not a piano. And so I was like, is it an organ? I was like, no, it's not that. I don't know a lot about strings. I do not. I'll be honest.
And there's the second type of scratch.
Dude, that's cool as fuck though. Because the way it tapers off, it sounds like a piano key, but it's not.
The way how I could tell was by the fact that it starts off scratching, but as it comes off, you can hear it sort of dial back. You can hear it sort of, you know, you can hear it dial back a bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm nerding out, and when I nerd out hard. About to go on the train.
This would have been a perfect time to put a banjo.
Yeah.
Or like when they first started the chase, like the faint sound of a banjo. Because, okay, I live in the South. Rural South.
Same
if
here.
you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere and you just hear a faint banjo, that's the creepiest shit in the world, man. Okay, like
You just
a,
said, oh, I'm gonna die.
I'm like, fuck no.
You're like, ah!
I'm out of here, dude. Yeah. I was hiking in the woods one, and I just heard a banjo, and I turned right around and left. I was like, nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
It's like those memes of when foreign soldiers go to the rural South, go to the American South, and they're just like sitting in like a woods, and all you hear just I
don't know what
it
is, because like banjos are so lovely when you're up close and you can see them, but at a distance, I don't know what it is about banjos that they're kind of creepy. I'm like, stop it.
I think it's because like they, oh, what's the word?
I think it's their echo that's
I think they're just
weird.
creepy on their own. Like when they're played right, they are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like Mumford and Sons when they play banjo and stuff like that. Or Oh Hellos with Soldier Poet King.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
a
love that
very
song.
good instrument. What?
I love that song. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Soldier Poet King is always the best. Um, but it's a real. But like I said, with a banjo, it can come off as really good. But it's also a very lonely instrument, typically.
Yeah.
It's one of the. It's like one of those instruments that you play by yourself.
It's so weird and creepy at like a distance, especially like every time I hear like a banjo at a distance, it puts me in the woods and like it's just you can't see where the banjo's coming from, but there's a banjo and you don't like it.
Yeah. For me, it's like one of those things of like. For me, every now and then, if I hear like a banjo in a distance, I just like sit there like, did I hear that right? You kind of got to sit there and like wait a second, then you hear it again. And you're like, okay, yep, that's a banjo. All right, I'm leaving. Like I said, it's a very lonely instrument. It has its own distinct sound that doesn't typically work with other instruments because of how distinct it is.
I do love me a good banjo though. When they're like going ham on that banjo and going like
When
type
they're
shit.
going ham, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like so fucking cool, but you just hear like the slow banjos. Those are like And I think that would have been a perfectly like if I could add something to this, it would be a slow fucking banjo because he's a
I
cowboy
would
bitch.
add it at like maybe like layer 2 or 3 or
Yeah.
layer 1, like just like a soft banjo
Yeah.
playing.
Either that or they need to make a killer. Like the hag would make sense because she's from a swamp as well, and you know,
Or hillbilly.
yeah, hillbilly. But like they need to have a killer that has a banjo because I love banjos, but slow banjos are so fucking eerie and creepy, and it's just a thing.
Well, I think the reason why they didn't add the banjo here, make it go like slow and soft, is because they needed, like it's a chase theme. You're gonna get chased.
Mm-hmm.
A banjo doesn't necessarily capture that feel the best unless played right, and it's hard to play a banjo right. Despite the
Yeah.
fact that they have, I think, like 4 or 5 strings, they're a very complicated instrument.
Yeah, I've heard
Like it's
that.
a very complicated thing.
I feel like there is a way you could do it right, and even then, if you did it as just like a menu music for a certain killer, you know,
Like, yeah, that I
that
can
would
see.
work. But I want a banjo. Dead by Daylight. I require banjo. Gimme.
Banjo, banjo, give me Dead by Daylight.
Bam,
Dead
bam,
by
bam,
Daylight, give me
banjo.
banjo. But I like when
If it gets
kicks
into the
up.
chase mode and we hear a banjo, I will fucking scream. I hope you know this. No banjo. But we're back to the
banjo.
theme a bit. You could hear the bit of the theme music in the drums.
Mm-hmm. You can hear the scratching. You can hear the strings again.
But like even if like at the start of the chase music you had like a little bit of banjo like the type thing that they do in like western movie type shits, that would have worked so well. Just give me little banjo. Gimme.
I'm looking at some of the comments here, and I see the top comment is timestamp 24 meters, second timestamp 30 seconds in, 16 meters, 1 minute close, 1 minute 30 is high noon. And then you
You'd
also
yeed
see
your last taw. I
You
love
have
saying
eaten
that.
your last
I
haw.
have a shirt with a little axolotl that's dressed as a sheriff that says "You eat your last haw," and it's my favorite shirt in the world. I love that thing.
Oh, here's one. You know, when everyone said Dead by Daylight killers needed a gun, I don't think anyone thought that the devs would take it seriously. You can't pallet loop me, Black Lung. But no, I always liked Death Slinger. I always thought the Death Slinger was such a cool fucking killer.
I think his concept is cool. I do think the fact that he can grab you and pull you to you and knock you down is a little too much.
I think
Somewhat.
I think it's cool. It's like a Huntress, but with a bit more steps. It's a bit more complicated Huntress.
Jugo,
It's
thank
to
you
get-
for the raid. Hi.
Oh, did you get raided?
I just got raided. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Murphy. Thank you for the collector chicken.
Should we give them the whole spiel of what we're doing real quick?
Yeah, we should give him a quick spiel. A spiel.
Okay, so welcome to Radio Radar. Where we basically just sit around, talk about music for a little while, and just have a good time.
Even though for like the first 45 minutes of the show, we were just being annoying as fuck.
We were
and
just
blabbing.
bickering. We were just bickering about
Yeah.
music. But like I said, we typically are basically we're just gonna be listening to music, talking about what we hear in it, and all that stuff. For those that don't know me, like I said, I'm Flaccid Teeth, or Teeth or Flaccid, or just Will, if those names are a bit too weird for you.
I call him
That's
Teefs or Teefers.
Tiefers works. Right now, we are listening to the Dead by Daylight soundtrack because that's where most of us kind of met, I guess.
I am doing
So
well, thank you, Suga.
Hi, Sugar. We should see if Sugar wants to hop in.
Ooh, I don't know though. They just finished streaming, and I know some people like to take a break from streaming for a bit.
Take a break. Yeah.
Yuppers.
Hi, Sugar. But no, if he doesn't want to, it's fine. But it's always nice to just have multiple people to bounce off of, to just kind of like. But it's up to him. If he doesn't want to join in, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
For now,
Right now we're
like I said,
listening to the Gunslinger.
we're listening to the
soundtrack.
Chains of Hate chase theme, the Death Slinger.
Oh, I
Because
said
don't think we've ever
Gunslinger.
really
Oh my
heard.
god, I'm so bad at this.
You can jump in if you're still talking. I'm not the best with this. That's fine. Like I said, we're basically just, for our first episode, we're kind of just listening to the Dead by Daylight soundtrack. And I don't know how long we're going to go. How long do you want to go, Moss? Because I'm
I don't
good to
know.
go for as long as basically required.
We could probably go like cuz to like 1:32 possibly.
1:30 to 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I looked down at my time. I completely forgot that you're a different time zone than me. Because I looked
I
down at my
am.
time. I was like, it's already 1:30. Wait.
So it would be 2:30 to 3 for you.
2:30 to 3? Alright, we can do this till 3. That would give like a good idea of how much time we want to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
That'll give you enough time to do a bunch of other stuff before your stream, right?
Yep, because I have my surprise stream tonight. I have another stream. The collective was cool as fuck and put me on the schedule so I get like a thing and everything. I was like, oh my god, thank you guys. Shout out to
god,
them.
I got something in my nose. Oh, I gotta mute. Oh god, I can't mute.
He's dying.
Fuck.
Why can't you mute?
I just took off my headset. I just took off my headset, just pulled it away from me, just kind of went.
All right, he's dead. He's dying. We lost
dying.
the teeth.
This is it. This is it, everybody.
This is it, guys.
It was fun while I could. All right. Anyways, Chains of Hate theme. What do you think of it so far? I think it's fucking neat. Like, I'm surprised I never really paid attention to it.
I still want a banjo.
I still want a banjo. Well, we got the hillbilly and the hag.
Give
those
me
have been
banjo.
reworked.
If they don't have a
So we can
banjo,
look at
I
those
will
too.
riot. Banjo, banjo, banjo.
It's got a rhythm to it again.
Mm-hmm. I like the little eerie thing in the background that goes.
The strings or the what?
Not the bass drum, but the other part. The thing.
That
Yeah.
the guitar.
Yeah, I think that's the guitar.
That's a guitar. I think that's either the bass or a something else. I just got a phone call. I think it was a scammer.
We love a good scammer.
I was
Scammer
about to
get
pick
scammed.
up, and then I was like, "Wait, I'm streaming. I can't do this.
Scammer
I
get
can't do it
scammed.
right now.
My mom
I
has
can't
told
look."
me in streams before, and I'm like, Mom, I'm busy. And she's like, oh, okay. Shout out to my mom. Because you can't just hang up on your mom. Because
Yeah,
then
you
she
can't
like,
just hang up on your mom.
because she like calls you like 3 million times.
I will say one thing. It does give you it gives you that feeling. Like it tells you, hey, you are being fucking chased by a fucking cowboy.
Yep.
Your ye is about to get hawed. You're
Hello,
about to
Sir
get yeehawed
Smokey.
on.
Welcome on in. Thank
Hi,
you.
Smokey.
Yeah, Smokey's in here. We got the Smokey using my emotes.
Welcome
Shout
to
out the
Radio
Smokey.
Radar.
Yeah.
All right, which one do you want to
Yuppers.
hear next? While we hunt for the banjo.
We're doing a banjo hunt, so let's do the hag now. And then we'll do the
Hag?
hillbilly.
Is that the one you think is gonna
Yeah.
have it? Okay, hold on. Let me
Possibly, because
find
she's a swamp girly, ain't she?
She's a swamp lady. There it is.
You know how like Louisiana is branded with like fucking banjos and shit.
Yeah. Banjo, New Orleans, banjo, jazz, and more banjo. And gators.
Gators.
And gators.
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 Yep.
Can't wait to hear this music once every 400 games.
Not the once every 400 games.
I don't go up against a hag that often.
Me either. Like, when I first started playing, everybody was a fucking hag. But that was in,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
2016. But, like,
And
I
now
was
it's
11.
kinda-
When did you first start playing Dead by Daylight?
Oh my gosh. Oh god. I think around 2016? 2017?
Mine, I know it was 2016 because I have some skins from 2016 events. I could have started in 2015. But yeah.
It has a much more percussion-based rhythm to it.
Yeah, it's a lot more percussion bass drums. A quieter one too, so far.
It's weird because I didn't expect it to have that.
Me either. I was expecting it more to play into like the swampy like witch thing. 'Cause she's a hag. She's supposed to like.
Well, I will say one thing. Like the thing that I feel whenever when I'm listening to this is I feel disgusted.
Yeah.
But in a good way. Like it's matching that disgusting feeling of
the hag, you know.
the hag. Like
One of these days,
when
even though it's not music, we should go over the different like backstories of the killers.
We should.
Because I've heard a
That'd be
lot of
really
them are
cool.
really interesting. I know the artist one is sad. I know that. I think I heard that the hag is also quite sad.
I think she was like locked up by a bunch of dudes, and yeah, and used like her grandma's like I guess cookbook or something like that to like do voodoo and shit to learn spells, and became that for some reason. I don't know how she went from a normal girl to tree lady, but you know, it works.
But we should definitely explore the backstories at some point.
This one's also 13 minutes, so we're not gonna.
Listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna listen to the whole thing. We're probably gonna listen to like 2 minutes of the chase theme, and then we'll probably call it. Then we'll call it for that one.
Now that, whatever that is, though, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's much more percussion theme, which I didn't expect.
So no banjo. Little
No banjo,
disappointed,
obviously.
but it's good. That's weird. But like weird in a good way.
Certainly not what I expected. Considering the last one we got was a lot more strings.
Mm-hmm.
Was a lot of strings, and even the main theme had a lot of strings in it. This one's all just drums, which I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I gotta check something real quick. Hold on.
What you checking?
Okay. Okay. I was checking to make sure that everybody else was able to hear the music.
Love that.
Because I realized, man, if not everyone can hear the music, we're gonna be seen as fucking crazy, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just talking to ourselves at this point.
Talking to ourselves about music that we can't hear.
Yeah. I mean, I can hear it and I can see that it's picking up on my end.
I'm gonna be honest. It had me for the first 3 layers. The chase is actually kind of mid.
Yeah, I was like... The first 3 layers were a lot more eerie. A lot more eerie.
Yeah, but this one, like, it's meeting what it needs to do, but it's just
not...
I don't know.
It's not as good as the ones we've heard.
Yeah.
Is this the old version or the new version?
This is the newest.
Okay.
This came out literally a year ago. Maybe it'll get better.
I want to...
I don't think it's gonna get much better. I think it's all this.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. That was kind of mid. I kind of wish it wasn't, but
Yeah, I was like... Oh.
like it got my hopes up and everything. That kind of sad. Anyways, next I'm guessing is Hillbilly, right? Right?
Yes, but I'm just reading through something.
Okay. Oh my god, my eye. I got stuff in my eye. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah. Ah. Oh. Did you hear that?
Ooh.
That already caught my attention. I literally just paused it at 0 seconds.
Sorry.
And it already caught me. Do you want to hear it? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
That. That's weird. That's a weird sound. I don't even know that sound. I know what that is. A stereo feedback. That makes it sound like a chainsaw. That's interesting. So it already, like I said, this already has. If it ends up like Hag, and I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm not even gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be upset. Or chainsaw revs.
Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of good, even though there's
This
no
is
banjo.
actually still no banjo. So 2 out of 10.
So, I ended up looking up the Hag's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was nothing about a cookbook. However, she was kidnapped
Okay.
by cannibals.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why
Okay.
there's so much gaps in her skin and why she's mostly wood is because they kept her alive, but they would cut chunks of her out and eat them.
Ew.
And while she was dying, she was able to get herself out of the chains, and she was infected and mutilated. And what she did was, with her blood, she etched the symbols that her old village had taught her. And apparently, after the fact, the villagers eventually found the house and they found her captors torn to shreds. But
That
they
explains
found,
why.
yeah, they found different bodies, but they weren't able to find hers. And so she was taken by the entity.
Okay.
That's why she's so gangly and has weird movements.
I know what that meant. I know what that's meant to be. That's meant to be the engine going.
Mm-hmm.
The steady move, the steady sound, the steady
Yeah.
sort of sound to it is meant to be the engine, and you can still hear the chainsaw revving up and all that stuff. If this, all right, we're about to go into the chase theme. If this is kind of
If
mid,
this
I'm
is
gonna be
ass,
upset.
we're fighting.
If
We're
this is
fighting
ass,
DBD.
I'm gonna go to fucking Michael April and I'm gonna beat his ass.
I remember hearing this one a couple of times. Like, I know.
Yeah, I remember it now. I like it. It's catchy.
I like it, but I think I still, so far, my favorite one is the Gunslingers out of the ones we've
Oh yeah,
listened
the
to.
Gunslinger. I don't know why, but I never see the Deathslinger all that often. But it's like,
I keep saying Gunslinger instead of Deathslinger.
well, I mean, you see Cowboy, you're gonna think Gunslinger, so it's fine. But I don't. It's weird because I never see the Deathslinger, and he always has such a cool soundtrack. Why is he has such a fucking banger, and yet nobody plays him? I would play him simply because of the soundtrack alone.
I know bangers, and that's a banger. I want to listen to the Trickster one.
We'll listen to the Trickster after this one.
Because I'm a
Because
Trickster
this, like I
man.
said, this one's catchy. is catchy. Like it gets the point across.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has a much more solid rhythm than the Hag does.
The hags disappointed me, I will say.
The Hag was just drums. The thing about drums is if you do too much drums, like I think it had too much drums. Which sounds weird. I know. It sounds weird.
But it
But
was just
it just didn't and sometimes it can work right. For the Hag, not really. It kind of just didn't it just wasn't that good, to be honest. To me, at least. That could be wrong. A lot of people could like it. That's the entire point of this. Is maybe someone else likes it and they can jump in and be like, "Hey, you guys are wrong and stupid and stinky boys." And we can just be like, "Fair enough."
not the stinky boys.
We're going to get called pee pee poo poo heads.
Not the pee-pee poo-poo.
No. But keep going. I want to hear this some more. Like I liked this one a lot more because it has a much more, like I said, defined rhythm.
And it's more
sharper.
balanced.
Yeah, it's more balanced. It's not fucking just sitting there with just a bunch of drums just banging together, which, like I said, can work. It's just
That one didn't.
that time it didn't. It just kind of didn't, to me at least. Some people may really like it. For me, like I said, it just didn't. It didn't match. It just didn't work. So what were you saying, Trickster?
Yeah.
All
Because
right, this
he's one
one's
of the
one of the
boys
shorter
I
ones.
made. I made him in the pig.
I fucking hate Okay, hold on. I fucking hate Trickster.
A lot of people do.
If the Trickster's just a dude, I could beat his ass. Just like the
Respect
Legion is just a bunch
him.
of teenagers. I can just punch them in the fucking teeth and they would probably go down.
You do know that they're heightened by the entity, so that probably
I
wouldn't
will
work, right?
still beat the shit out of them. I could win. I can win. I
I
could
don't
win.
think you can.
I could beat them.
I doubt you, Teeth. I doubt you, Peters.
You don't you fucking
I'm doubting
dare
you.
doubt me.
Get
Don't
doubted.
you doubt me.
Get doubted. Get.
Don't.
What
No.
is the Trickster's backstory?
I think he was a K-pop star whose like entire shtick was throwing knives, but he was also a psychopath. I think he has one of the more mid backstories, in my opinion. Anyway. I can already tell it has a rhythm to it. That's neat. Fun fact, this is canonically music that the Trickster composed himself. The sirens you hear in the chase music are heavily edited versions of the screams of his victims.
Can you repeat what you said?
This is canonically music that the Trickster composed himself. The sirens you hear in the chase music are heavily edited versions of the screams of his victims.
That's cool as fuck.
Okay, this is the approaching. So within like, I think like 16 meters is like the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What the shit? I didn't expect that to come out of it.
Oh.
What I also like is it doesn't take away any of the earlier add-ons like some of them do. It
Mhm.
just adds things on.
What I didn't know is Yun Jin is actually his producer.
Who, the Survivor?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
that was one of his producers. His bandmates tragically died. And
Tragically.
yeah, but he didn't kill them. So he went on to stardom by himself, and he started using his
Throwing knife skills.
no. His
What?
knife skills came from when he was younger working in his father's restaurant as like a act. But he started using his, like, he would kidnap people, and he started using their screams, like you said earlier, as musical instruments.
Wild. Turn it down a little bit. Like, it sounds all disjointed,
Yeah, it
but it
sounds
makes
really
sense.
good.
Like it's definitely getting you in that feel of, oh shit, oh god, oh fuck, oh god. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
digging it.
his bloodlust started when his bandmates. So what happened was his bandmates got stuck in a control room with some faulty wires and were burning to death, and there were speakers blocking the door. And his bloodlust started when he heard their cries to save them. And it was apparently, quote unquote, it was the most beautiful thing he had ever heard.
Kind of edgy, but okay.
And when the fire crew arrived, apparently his tears were genuine, but not of fear, but of love.
Okay. Oh, Foxtrot is back. Hi, Foxtrot. I'm looking at your chat. I'm looking at your chat.
Hi, Foxy.
We're listening to the Trickster theme right now. Alright, let's hear those sirens. I can hear that. I can tell those are people. I can hear that that's people. Which is really fucking crazy.
I wonder how, like, that was recorded, though. Like, how did they just get people to, like, scream into a mic and then distort it?
Probably.
Possibly.
I mean, there is, like I said, the Jimi Hendrix Woodstock National Anthem is a massive thing that I go back to, where he fucks with his guitar so much. Sometimes it sounds like air raid sirens or firing or machine guns firing, because that's back during the Vietnam War when he performed that, and I think he died like literally a couple months later, which is even crazier. But still, back to this. You can hear the screams in it. You can tell that they're screams.
Mm-hmm.
Like the "Ah!" It's why I never even knew that, so that's actually kind of cool. The only thing I like about Trickster is his chase theme.
Yeah,
Going up against the Trickster or playing him, never want to do.
I love him, but like his backstory is a lot more in depth than people say it does. So essentially, as he got to his solo career, they wanted him to start doing more generic stuff. And Yeonjin was the only person who stood up for him. She was his producer. She was the person who brought him into the spotlight that he quote unquote deserved. So she spared him. He spared her and let her watch him murder all the executives and use them. Apparently, they're the screams that are in this one right now. The one we're listening to are the producer's screams.
Wild.
So they used all of these like executives. He used their screams in this song, murdering them on stage and using them as instruments. It was crazy.
I guess that's why she looks so pissed at him. She looks fucking angry at him. So between the 4 that we've listened to, which is your most favorite and least favorite right now?
I do like the Tricksters. I like the backstory that it has with the screams of like his victims. I like that a lot. But
if you didn't know that, would you say it was still good?
I like it without knowing that, but I still don't
do
think
too.
it is as good as the Death Slinger.
Yeah, the Death Slinger went
Death
hard for no
Slinger
reason.
is like so crazy hard for no fucking reason, man. Like they really said, you get this, have it.
And then proceeded to just pull out just like, alright, like a whole bunch of other ones that were kind of just mid, like
Now,
the Hag.
The Hag is my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like the Hags.
But based purely off of music, I like the Death Slinger more. Now, if we add the story with it, I like the Tricksters more.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Because that's really fucking cool that he's like, I murdered these people and use them as instruments. Let's go. You know?
It feels disjointed. Like I said, it feels extremely disjointed.
Well, he's a sociopath. That's the whole thing.
But it works with the theme because you can make something that sounds disjointed but still work. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can still make it work. Like I said, like with the Trickster, it all sounds like random noises cobbled together.
But it works.
But it works really well. The thing about the Hag was that it was a bunch of random drums that while it could work, it probably should have worked. It just doesn't catch it.
It doesn't work that well.
Yeah, for some reason, I can't tell why it doesn't work, but it doesn't, and it's weird, and I can't figure out why. Next we got the Nurse. The Nurse theme, the rework, which I think will be interesting, because I've never heard it.
I haven't heard the rework one yet.
Like with Hag and Hillbilly, I've heard a couple times. Oh, we also got to keep in mind, it has to work with a chase. It has to make sense with the chase as well. But even then, the Hag still doesn't work to me. Do you think it would like work? Like if you were being chased and you heard that from the Hag, would it make sense, or would it just feel the same to you?
I feel like it doesn't make that much sense to the hag. Because when I was thinking hag, I was thinking like swamp, or like, you know,
Like a Louisiana feel. Like I would think more of a horrific jazz type thing.
yeah,
Like more brass and stuff like that, but we just get drums and it just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Anyways, we went through the trickster, now we're on to the nurse. How do you think this is gonna go? What do you
I
think?
don't
What do you
know.
think is gonna happen with it?
I think there's gonna be some like very sharp noises. Like I
I think
don't
it's
know
gonna
how.
try to catch that like hospital feel with
Yeah,
it. Which speaking of, we need to listen to the doctor's theme because I have never heard that. At least I've never paid attention to it.
yeah. We do need to
Definitely.
listen to that, but I also want to listen to the legions at some point tonight as well.
Yeah, we'll listen to it. We'll listen
Okay.
to it after we do nurse and doctor. How about
Okay.
that? It has a rhythm.
It kind of sounds like a fan.
Which would match. It matches the hospital theme
Yeah,
of a like one of like
because you know how they have loud ass air conditioners and like fans
oh
in
yeah.
there,
Oh yeah.
and
God.
that's like it's weirdly quiet in there or it's overly loud. And when it's weirdly
The point where you
quiet,
could
because I've
only
been
hear
in
the
hospitals
fan.
before. Yeah,
And it's a weird feeling to only hear fans because you wouldn't expect to hear it.
that's the
But
vibes I'm getting out of this right now.
it sounds like it's dulled, like it's someone who can't really hear right now. You know? Um like they've been like a concussion. Like you know how when you get hit in the head pretty hard, like everything becomes dulled for a little bit. Or like everything becomes super sharp. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, I've had plenty of concussions in my life, so I at least know the feeling. Like it feels, like I said, it feels like everything's kind of slowed down a little bit, and all you can hear really is just like, and everything sounds super dulled. And the other instrument, but I think of it, kind of sounds like groaning, like a groaning sound.
Yeah, kind of
Hmm.
weird.
It's weird to look at. It's weird to listen to. Like not bad, like not in a bad way, but then again, the hag also sounded really good towards the beginning. That kind of just sounds like a metal tin being hit.
I wonder if we're gonna get any like machine beeping vibes.
I think we might. That makes
E-
sense.
like
Or
either we're
if we
gonna get it
don't,
with her or in the doctor.
probably the doctor. The doctor would probably make more sense.
Hi, Gold. Welcome on in.
Oh, hi, Gold. So, a tin being smacked a little bit, again, doesn't make sense to me 100%.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a tin though.
Can you look up? Oh, wait, no. The nurse didn't work at a hospital. She worked at a mental asylum.
Yeah, she was a mental asylum.
So it wouldn't be. We wouldn't hear beeping and stuff like that. We'd hear stuff that goes in time with
Yeah.
a like a mental asylum.
Mm-hmm.
So if we think about it like a mental asylum, that could be, I don't know, I'm pulling at straws here. Probably something like. So the fan would probably be someone on drugs, like on like sedative,
Or it's just a fan. And
or
the
it's just a fan.
banging is like
Well,
people
I'm
banging.
saying it's a fan, but I'm saying like the reason why it sounds sort of dulled and slower would probably because someone's on sedatives, like sedatives, you know.
Eh.
Do you
Like I said,
know
grasping
the
at
Muffin
straws,
Man? The Muffin
but
Man?
I'm kind
The
of just
Muffin
grabbing.
Man.
Yes,
I
know
think
the
so
Muffin
far
Man.
it does make
Who lives
sense
on
for
Drury
her.
Lane?
Like, I think this
It
is
makes
making
sense
sense
for
for
her.
her.
But it doesn't matter if it makes sense for her if it doesn't sound good. That's one of the big things. It has to sound good too, I guess.
Well, I think so far we aren't in the chase point. I think this is good for like a nun.
For like they're close, they're getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not even in the chase theme yet. This is just layer 3. We're not even in chase theme yet. It already feels like I'm being chased.
Yeah, it picks up a good bit here.
Picks up massively. But it's
Kind
good.
of vibing with it though, yeah.
I'm vibing with it. Almost in the chase. We're halfway through layer 3. Three, 2, 1, and
Yeah, I remember hearing this one.
yeah.
I think it's good, but I think the farther that we've gone through it, I think the more it's like straight from like the nurse vibes.
Yeah,
know?
it's strayed further and further, which kind of sucks.
Like it's
Like,
good.
we're in
But-
it. You're in the ad.
I'm in an ad.
Yeah. It's long ads too. Let's give it a second before when the ads end. I didn't even consider the fact that ads would be an issue during
Well,
the stream.
that's not that big of a deal. We can keep talking.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, like I said, the further it went, like you said, the further it went, the more it kind of just became generic, I guess is a word.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks because it sounded good. It was the same thing with like the hag at first. Like it made like just the drums was fine towards like layer 3, but then it committed to it, and that lost me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So where would you put this one on our little makeshift tier list we have? We have, for me, it's Deathslinger, Trickster, Hillbilly, Nurse, and Hag. That's
Yeah,
my 5
I think mine is the same right now. Like the nurse, it's good, but it kind of got generic at the end. But the hag is still the worst.
The Hag still sucked ass, which sucks. Because typically whenever I go up against a nurse or a hag, I know I'm about to be in for a rough time. Because a hag can shut down everything, and a nurse it's the fucking nurse. I think she's always been the best killer, just in general. because being able to teleport everywhere is kind of fucking broken.
I never realized Nia was a survivor that came with her, though.
Nia,
Yeah.
the street runner girl, right? The spray paint
Yeah.
chick. No, I didn't realize that either. I thought she was with the doctor. Or was that Ace or David?
I don't
Speaking
know.
of, we're on to the doctor. How do you think this is gonna go? Do you think this is gonna end up generic as well, or go with, or do you think it will actually make sense?
I hope it goes well. I really do. Oh.
All right, so layer one. It kind of sounded like I had something there in the background,
Mm-hmm.
which the entire theme of the Doctor is insanity, madness.
Yeah. This really fits. Like, so far it's fitting it.
Because of there's the static in the background too, which makes sense. Like did you hear it though?
Mm-hmm.
The little tender little bit of static and towards the back, which was really interesting to hear once I picked up on what was happening. So I'm hoping that they kind of make it drown out everything else. But we'll see. We'll see. Yep. Layer 2, what do you think? Got any thoughts? It did exactly what I thought it was going to do, which was the drone, the tender droning sound was still working, but it was starting to get drowned out by all the other shit. So, see what the comments say. Never mind. But yeah, no, I think it works so far.
I think it's working. I really
It's
think
working with it.
is.
But we still got the chase theme to go through. We still
Mhm.
got two more layers. Do you think it's gonna get worse, or do you think it's gonna get better, or do you think it's gonna stay the same?
I really hope it gets better.
Yeah. It sounds like like an alert.
Yeah.
Not
You
like
know how
sirens, but like
it sounds like the hospital alarm, you know?
Yeah.
How they
Whenever like a
Yeah.
patient is like in a tizzy or something like that. I guess that's the best word for it. That's the best word I got. That's the
Emergency.
best word I got. An emergency alarm.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's see how. Don't get generic. Don't get generic. Don't you fucking dare get generic. You can still hear the droning from the beginning too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is neat. I thought that was neat. I didn't expect it to happen. But it's working. To me it is.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what I said about the trickster theme being more disjointed, but it making it work? This sounds disjointed.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that at number 3. I think I'm gonna put that at number 3 for me.
But
Or number 4.
So I'm looking into his backstory again. He was never a real doctor. He wanted to become one. He was a student to become one. And apparently while in university, he did a lab thing that ended up going wrong, and he ended up being recruited by the CIA to become
Oh, I think
a
I see where this is
torturer.
going.
And they nicknamed him the Doctor because he did a lot of medical experiments on people as torture.
Huh.
To
This
get
man ain't even a
intel.
real doctor.
Well, he was studying to be one.
He's not even a real doctor. Fucking loser. Sorry, I'm just shitting on the killer right now. But no, it makes sense then. It definitely makes sense then. So now we have Legion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any other ones you want to look at before we... So I think this may be one of our last ones, at the very least, because it's almost 2:30 for you? 1:30?
It is, almost 1:30.
So we can see how these go, and then we can do a couple more until 2 for you, 3 for me.
Yep.
Or we can just listen to this one and then call it quits after.
We'll see how we go.
All right. I can hear guitar strings moving.
Mm-hmm. This really does give the vibe of teenagers.
Oh yeah, like not just teenagers, rebellious teenagers too. Of like rebellion.
The Doctor was released with Fang Min. Like Fang. I didn't even realize that.
The Gaymer?
Yeah. The Gamer.
Well, I know this one released with fucking what's his name? The guy with distortion. What was his name? The long bearded guy. The guy with the long hair and the beard.
Long hair and the beard. Oh, my brain is not braining right now.
Ah, we'll figure it out in a second. Jeff. Jeff was his name. It was with fucking Jeff. That's what the guy's name was. Thanks, Libby. You're the best.
Shout out to Libby.
Shout out to Libby.
My name is Jeremy.
Certified.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
As we always say, certified bald eagle moment for real, for real. Check on your local Emma. She's about to yell at me on chat.
Hey Mojax, thank you for the collector check-in. Oh.
Oh, there's the guitar.
Yep. This is the part that I like.
Oh, this one has all of the fucking mixtapes and stuff.
It has all the skin ones?
The separate mixtapes.
Oh, that's so cool. Can we listen to them? Maybe we listen to them. Because there's gonna be a couple.
Yeah, there's Chase Default, Julie's, Joey's, Susie's, and Frank's, and then the Fuming. Which I'm curious. Because I thought this was just going to be 8 minutes of just the long, just regular theme. I didn't know they had different chase themes depending on the mixtape you brought. Here we go.
Yeah. I fucking love the Legions.
I love the fucking... I don't know why. The Legion soundtrack is up there with Deathslinger already, because it's just so cool.
I love Legions.
Yep. This is Julie's mixtape. This is fucking cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think this is the one I'm thinking of. I think it's just Julie's mixtape that I really like.
Which makes me curious. Is it like... So depending on the rarity of mixtape, does it add more stuff in? Which if it does, that's really neat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's fucking nifty!
Dude!
Like, they didn't have to go this hard! Back when Dead by Daylight was actually good. Alright, next mixtape coming up.
This is fucking good. Whose is this one's?
Joey's. Okay, I get it. It's like different soloists coming in to take control of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gathering. That's still really fucking cool.
I like this one. I like
it. I like
It
it a
sounds
lot.
scratchy. I like Julie's more though, but this one's really good too. I think Legion is my favorite out of all of them. I love the Deathslinger one, but like the Legion
Yeah, I
ones are
think this
just
one's going on top.
Legions are just fucking top tier, man. Because it really fits like the angsty teenager type shit.
The angst. I can feel the angst coming over me.
Now, I have a feeling Susie's is going to be a lot more laid back because Susie was like an unwilling participant in this. From their backstory, when they did their first kill together, Susie did not want to. It was, I think, Frank? I think that is his name.
I think Frank was the main guy that
He
made
was
all
the
this
main
happen.
guy, and he forced her to help in it. Because the other two were very, like, they went along with it. Because what happened was they were saving Julie because they broke into his store to vandalize it. And one of the cleaners grabbed Julie. And so Frank stabbed the cleaner, and then the other two stabbed him, but Susie didn't want to. And so Frank ended up grabbing Susie's hand, putting the knife in it, and forcing her to stab him, so she became an unwilling participant.
Yeah. Okay. So, you think this is going to be more laid back? I think it's going to be more forceful.
I think Susie's is either going to sound more desperate or, like, less intense, if that makes any sense. Because she was not a killer.
Until we play her as in Dead by Daylight, then it's different.
She was not a killer until she was influenced by the entity.
It sounds more frantic. Not
Yeah.
desperate, but more frantic.
This isn't Susie's yet, is it, though?
This is Susie's.
Oh, this is Susie's.
It sounds more frantic.
Yeah, it sounds more like she's scared and nervous, kind of.
Yeah, like nerves. It sounds more nervous than it does. Like desperate a little bit. Like someone who's trying a bit too hard. But yeah, frantic is definitely up there with how it sounds. Which I'm curious about Frank's. I'm curious if Frank's is gonna sound more controlled than anything.
I feel like Frank's is gonna sound angry because he had anger problems. Like he was kicked out of school because he shoved a ref in the basketball game into the stands and like hurt him badly.
Okay. So yeah, you think it's gonna sound more angry? We're about to go into Frank's. Yep. Definitely more angry. Yeah, definitely much more angry. Like it sounds like someone is beating the shit out of those drums.
Yeah.
Which makes me think this feels like it feels like all of the Legion members are playing the song together. It's just they're all having their own separate thing going on. Yeah. Like they're all playing the song together. They're just going into it. Which makes me curious, what this fuming gonna sound like all of them put together? I hear vocals in that. The last one sounds like the entity trying to whisper to him. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Do you want to keep going with that one? Or do we want to... It's up to you. I'm good to go whenever.
I'm sorry, my brain is not braining. Can you repeat?
Do you want to keep going, or do you want to call it here and raid out?
That's up to you, darling.
I'm good with either or. There are still a couple of chase themes that I'm really curious about.
Okay, well then we can go with those. Who are you most curious about right now? We could probably do like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah.
Let's do 2 or 3 more.
Maybe... I don't think I've ever really heard the Skull Merchants. I've
Okay,
never really focused on the unknowns.
Skull Merchant, Unknown. Okay, how about you pick those 2 and I pick 1?
Okay.
I don't know. I really want to hear the artists one. I don't ever remember hearing the artists.
I don't think I've ever heard the artist either. Do I even have the artist pulled up in this? I don't.
Well, we can listen to your 2 first and then find the artist.
Yeah, we'll find the artist. I'm curious about how do you think this one will sound? Because I'm very curious.
Which one are we starting off with?
Unknown.
Unknown. I feel like it's gonna be like, I don't know why, but I feel like kind of like eerie, bubbly, kind of.
Eerie and bubbly. I feel like it's gonna be more drowned.
But
like
not like a
more
cute bubbly,
distant.
like, oh, because like, I feel like it's like a creepy bubbly. Like there's bubbling noises and maybe crackling. I don't know.
Okay. I think it's gonna sound either drowned, more mysterious, or what's the other word I was thinking of? Like a bunch of different things at once. Because that's one of the themes with the unknown, was that it was it's not meant to be discerned. Like you're not meant to know what it is. And whenever you start to figure out what it is to give it like a sense of form, it comes after you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like on one hand it was a government experiment. On the other hand it's an alien. On the other hand it's a folk tale. Like I think it's going to be really disjointed, but not in a bad way. But we'll find out. There's the scratching again. We're about to go into layer 2. So far, it sounds like I said drowned. Like a bit more drowned out than anything.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to like someone's trying to give it a form. I don't know what the fuck that sound is.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
It sounds like a rusty windshield wiper. About to go in layer 3 in 10 seconds.
Ooh.
Hmm. Like I said, it sounds super disjointed, but it sounds like it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it really. Like it works. Oh, you're in another ad.
That's okay. We can keep talking.
Okay, sounds good. Like I said, it sounds super disjointed, but it works.
Yeah.
It works in
Doesn't
theme.
count if they don't find the body.
What were you gonna say? Were you gonna say something?
It makes, I don't know why, but it makes sense for him. I was
Considering
expecting, yeah.
he's a bunch of different things.
Uh-huh.
I
I was
don't know.
expecting something different, but it's not as good as the other ones, I will say.
It's not gonna top Deathslinger and Legion
It's
at
not.
this point.
I don't even think it tops Trickster yet. But like,
Doesn't top Deathslinger, Legion, or Trickster. So
I don't
it's at
think
least
anybody's
number 4.
gonna top Deathslinger or Legion, man. I think they're
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
they're
anything's gonna
so
really top
fucking
Deathslinger.
good.
Deathslinger had no right being that fucking good, but it was, and it worked.
So, are you favoring Deathslinger over Legion?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. I love Deathslinger, but I really fucking love the Legion ones. And the fact that it has
Legion
4
fucks.
different tracks for each person. My favorite one was definitely Julie's, though.
Mm-hmm. My favorite
Definitely
one was
Julie's.
either Julie or Susie, but I love
Julie's,
Frank's. It would go Julie, Susie, Frank, and then Joey.
yeah.
And then the last one, the fuming mixtape at the bottom.
Thank you for the hydrate, Honey Bun. Thank you, and hello, War. Welcome on in.
We're listening to music.
We're listening to chase sequences right now and judging them.
Our current lineup, we've listened to Deathslinger, Trickster,
Legion.
Hag, Hillbilly, Legion,
Nurse, Doctor.
Nurse, Doctor, and now we're on Unknown.
We
This
also
is our
listened
8th
to
one.
both of the shape ones, which is the microvirus.
Yes. Oh yeah, we didn't even put those in a thing yet, have we? We kind of just.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't really know how I felt about the shape ones. I'm not gonna lie.
They were kind of it makes sense for the character, but it was kind of
Mid.
It was meh. It's not Hag.
Hi, Oceana. How are you,
I don't think
darling?
it's as bad as Hag, but I don't think it's as good as Hillbillies. I think it goes in between those two.
We are gonna forever shit on the Hag one, guys. I'm sorry if any of you guys like the Hag chase sequence. We're gonna shit on it.
Yeah,
Keep
it was
shit
bad.
on.
It sucks, but it sucked. It sucked.
Mhm.
That's it. It was just kind of mid, which, like I said, kind of stinks, but what can you do? You know, what can you do? Anyways, how do you think the chase sequence is gonna go?
I don't know. I
I'm
feel
curious.
like it's definitely gonna, you know, definitely gonna pick up a bit. I feel like.
Oh, obviously.
But I don't really know. This whole one has been a surprise, but it's good. But it's still not as good as the Legion or the Deathslinger or the Trickster, sorry. See, now I expected like this noise a little bit more because I think I've heard this one. But it sounds like, because like his backstory is, he's like some unknown entity that like people think is supernatural, and that he just takes people without
Yeah.
a trace. Like, there's nothing left of them. You never see them again. Like, people disappear, like some college students who were looking for him disappeared in the middle of a fucking movie theater. A girl somehow disappeared on stage in front of an audience.
Yep. And there was also a that's not even including the clothing, the costume ideas for them, where it's like a bunch of just different stuff cobbled together. Like the cheerleaders that went missing during a football game, or or the old lady at the store or at a grocery store, which is weird. But I didn't. When I play them, I feel like it's much more intense. But right now, it just doesn't sound all that. Gonna give it 5 more seconds. Yeah, like I said, it just doesn't sound like it. It's the same thing I was saying. It sounds disjointed, but it works with it because it's multiple different things. Like, it sounds like multiple different things. A lot of these sound disjointed, but work. But that one, where would you put that? Because I don't think it's definitely not as good as, like, nothing's gonna top Deathslinger, Trickster, or Legion.
Yeah. I think it is better than the Hag and the Shape.
Okay. Well, oh, we forgot about the nurse. Where would you put the nurse?
I think the nurse is above the unknown. The doctor is above the nurse. I like the doctors more than the nurse.
So we got Deathslinger, or all right. So we got Legion, Deathslinger, Trickster, because I think we both kind of sat here thinking that Trickster was better, but I said that Deathslinger was better. So they're basically tied for second and third place. Then what about Hillbilly? Would you put that in fourth?
I think the Hillbilly is really good. I think he should go for
fourth. All right, and then we got Doctor, Nurse, Unknown, Shape, and
the Hag.
Hag, because Hag's
Fuck
fucking
the
sucks.
Hag. The Hag sucks.
Fuck the Hag. Fuck the Hag.
And they just redid it too.
They redid it like a year ago, and it still sounds bad. Like, I'm sure they tried, but it's not that good. They kind of missed the mark. All right, you ready for Skull Merchant? I'm expecting a more techno sound, considering Skull Merchant is like a super high tech shit, or like cameras and stuff. So maybe it won't be. Or I'm thinking of the Singularity, aren't I? The Singularity, I think, would be more techno and everything. What kind of thing do you think the Skull Merchant is gonna be? Moss.
I don't know.
What do you think the Skull Merchant is gonna be like?
I feel like it's gonna be sharp. I don't know why, but I feel like there's gonna be sharpness to it.
I think it's gonna be like I know one of her themes is like comic book stuff.
Well, she's a scientist.
That too. I don't know. I've never really played with Skull Merchant a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely getting the techno feel.
Yeah.
Halfway through layer 1, about to go into layer 2.
Oh, this is weird.
Sounds like alarms.
Or her drones.
Mm-hmm. Alarms over drones?
No,
You'd
like I
say?
think it's the whirring of her drones, like the sound they make when they fly.
I get you now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, brother?
It's all in different pitches too.
Uh-huh. It's weird.
Jeez!
About to go in layer 3. 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This one's good, but I liked the layer 2 better.
I like layer 2 better, yeah. Like I feel like this should be layer 2 and the drone sound should be in layer 3.
Yeah.
Though I do hear the drone still.
Yep.
Also hear like footsteps or a heartbeat. Alright. Okay.
That picked up a lot.
That picked up fast, but it
I
was
really-
good.
Yeah, I
This
really
is
hope
what
we
as it
do
could be.
hear. But this one's good, but I really do hope that we hear some more of the drones because we haven't heard it in this part yet so far.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we're gonna get it. Does sound like machine guns though, which is interesting. There's also apparently some fan made stuff too.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, did
Okay,
you hear
hold
any
on.
of that? I muted myself for a second.
Any of what you? No, I haven't heard much of
Okay,
anything.
good.
You
My
muted
sister,
yourself.
yeah, my sister was knocking at my door, and I had to be like, "Hey, go away."
Get out of here!
Yeah.
All right, a last one. How would you rate that? That one, because I liked that one. That one was not bad. I would put it
liked
above
it.
Doctor.
It's
At the
above
very least.
Doctor. It is our top 3 is still the same. I don't think
Yeah.
you're changing top 3.
I don't think our top 3 is going to change. Hi, Queen.
Hey, Queenie.
All right, so now we're on our last one.
Mhm.
Or do you want to hear a fan made one after this one, real quick? Because I'm curious about the fan mades. Personally.
We should use a fan made one yet, because then we'd have to do a whole credit thing.
Okay. That's fair. All right, you ready for? How do you think this one's going to sound?
I don't know. I honestly, I really don't know. I'm
I
just
don't
curious.
go up against the artist, so I don't really have any idea of what she's going to be like. Of what she's like. Like, I think I've gone against the artist like twice in the
I've gone
entire time
against
she's
her
been.
a couple of times, but once again, I don't turn up the music because I cannot focus on the music and like the
And
game
running away.
sounds at the same time. So I keep the music very fucking low. Thank you
I
for
usually
still
keep
being
it
here,
pretty
Queenie.
high, but even still, I don't remember what it would sound like.
Yeah, I don't know what the ooh. That was interesting. I know her backstory though. Like I know a lot of hers.
You do?
Yeah. She's an artist who did art calling out different people who were higher ups for their wrongdoings, and she specifically went after this one. I think he was a government official or like some big company person.
Mm-hmm.
And they went after her, drove her out into the desert, cut out her tongue so she could not speak, and cut off her hands. That's why she has such a gargled scream. And her hands are the entity gave her back her hands. That's why they're black and kind of like
Inky.
oily. Yeah. Looks like they're made out of ink. But she was like that because she called out multiple people for being terrible human beings and tarnishing their reputation.
Based.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and she's so fucking cool though. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'd let her kill me.
Fun fact, a group of crows is called the Murder. It's
Uh-huh,
called a
I know
murder.
that. I love crows.
Okay, so let's see if this is. So someone said that this was uncomfortable in the comments of this video. The
Ooh,
most Tim Burton-esque killer we've ever gotten.
I think she's so fucking cool. I want to get her.
All right. About to go into layer 2. 10 seconds. I don't like this very much. In a good way. It's fucking eerie. Definitely. But between everything else, it sounds really. It sounds, like I said, creepy. It's just creepy.
Yeah,
Which matches. It's selling home everything is wanting to do.
yeah. It sounds eerie and nice. It's like it has a nice melody.
Oh, yeah.
but it's weird.
Like, it sounds like crows, distorted crows. Or would it be ravens?
I think the ones that are around her are crows.
Mm-hmm. But people also commonly get ravens and crows confused.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Ravens have a more croaking sound, like that. Crows just caw. There's a lot. I like that. I like the differing pitches
Yeah,
of the strings.
it sounds weird, but it's really, really like eerie and good, and I like it. I know I keep saying eerie, but like this is like the best
I think that's what
way
they're trying to go
describe it.
for. That's like, yeah, it is the best way to describe it. Especially because her map is called the Eyrie of Crows. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. Going into chase 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I dig that. That's going up. That's going high up there on my list. Not 1, 2, or 3, but it's really good. I think.
Mm-hmm. I think it might be 4.
I'll give it to 4.
Yeah.
Hillbilly's going down to 5.
Yeah.
So we have listened to what, 10 of them?
I think so. About.
So we'll put it at. So we have Legion at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Deathslinger at 2.
Deathslinger, or I thought you said Trickster would be number 2 for you.
I think I said Trickster would be number 2 if we included the story. But right now we're doing it basically off of music, so Trickster is
Off
3.
of the. Okay. So we got Legion, Deathslinger, Trickster.
Mm-hmm.
Artist at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hillbilly at 5. Have we
Mm-hmm.
agreed on that?
Yeah.
I think we had Skull Merchant at 6. Skull
6.
Merchant was below that.
Hillbilly.
Then Doctor,
The
Nurse.
nurse.
We listened to 11.
Yeah.
Then I think we had Unknown.
Yep. Then the
Then
shape.
Shape and the Hag can
Hag.
go fuck herself.
Yeah. Sorry, Hag. Not sorry.
Sorry, Hag. Not sorry.
We don't like your music.
You don't
It's
like your
bad.
music. Your music is bad. It's bad. Get out of here. Okay, so that's our first episode of Radio Radar done.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I'm liking this. I think I'm gonna. We
Yeah,
gotta do
I'm
this
liking
again.
this too. I'm liking it too.
We could do it. What would you say? Bi-weekly?
Yeah, probably
So
every
every 2
other
weeks?
Friday.
Every other Friday? I think that's a good
Mhm.
idea. That'll allow
Okay,
us
that
to get
works.
more plans in, be able to give us more time to get a guest on here.
You to get your
Um,
blurps in.
Yep. Shush. There's one time.
One
One
time.
time.
One
I messed
time.
up one time. Who are you gonna rate out to?
I'm going to figure that out. Because we either could do a double raid, or you could raid to one person in the collective, and I could raid to another.
I think I might. I'm gonna rate out to DYI, Master Flash. He's been
I
kind of quiet on the server, but me and him talked a little bit, and he's chill.
I don't think I know him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Who are you gonna rate? Who are you gonna rate out to?
I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken right now. I'm a chicken. Who do I want to rate out to right now? I think there's only one person that I'm following right now from the collective that's live, and it's Febreze.
Mm.
And he's been active in my chat, so I can go ahead and raid out to him.
Okay, so we're gonna do a separate raid.
I think so.
I think we'll just plan this out. I think we'll plan it out as we go. Just
Yeah.
decide. Do you want to raid out to other people, or do we want to raid out to a single person?
All right.
All right. So
Well,
that's been Radio Radar. I'm digging
mhm.
this. This was fun.
Yep, I've started my raid and put my raid message in there for anybody who wants it.
I don't really do a raid message. Oh, never mind. I can just go fuck myself then. Who did you raid out to?
It's Febreze.
How do you spell that?
ITZFEBREZE.
All right, there we go. All right, I also have the raid going. I'm also gonna raid out to Febreze.
Alrighty, hun. Well, thank you guys so much for being here and sitting through this. I know it's different than what we normally do, but thank you all so much
Yep.
for being here. But yeah, I'll be back later tonight at 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST for my surprise stream. But I can't wait to see y'all there. Bye, babies. I'm raiding out
I'm
now.
also gonna be. You're raiding out now. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
through my whole spiel. I hope you
Okay.
guys enjoyed. This was fun. Did you have fun with this?
Yeah, I
did.
did have fun.
This was a lot of fun. I thought it would be kind of slow, a bit more mellow, but when we got into it, it got easier to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I basically stream whenever I feel like it. But let's get you guys rated out. See you later, and bye.